hate puppies. It's a good podcast.
I feel threatened.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Pallet House. We are glad to have you back this week, and it sounds a lot like last week. And you're probably wondering, have we been day drinking again all day? Answer is yes. Yesterday. Today, we are starting off on the right foot. And while we're here, I probably should apologize. Do you think, Brendan?
No, that intro was great.
No, but should I?
Yeah.
Should I apologize for my actions last week?
I don't think so.
I don't think anybody was harmed.
I think
I
you
don't
were
think
fired
so.
up.
I was fired up.
But I think that was a positive.
You know what? I would apologize if our new Venmo account had any money in it. But it does not.
Oh, I see. He is still fired up. Okay, never
Going
mind.
on.
Maybe you should apologize.
Continue.
No, we're still broke. I thought I was going to retire this week.
Well, you would think you put in 4 years of work.
Yeah.
You start a Venmo account, notify nobody. The money should
all
have just
the
magically appeared.
listeners, we told them. We told them Venmo at
Yeah.
Inside the Pallet House.
Well, it's official now. So what is it? Because you set it up. How does this work?
I don't know how the internet works. I did set it up. It's at Inside the Pallet House
Okay, at Inside the
That's
Pallet
so-
House.
on Venmo. And I guess that, and then magically you go there on your phone and send money. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay.
I think you nailed it. I think you nailed it. That's great. And you didn't tie it to any bank account, right?
No, I did not. 'Cause
Perfect. So
I don't
now
know
the
how to
money
do
just
that.
lives in Venmo.
Yeah.
We can never even access
Play
it.
money. I
So-
guess at some point you
There it
can
is.
access it somewhere.
It's right there. Inside the
there?
Pallet House.
Cool.
So it's at Inside the Pallet House.
So-
Okay.
And it says 0 transactions.
Yeah, that's going to stay that way for a considerable amount of time, I assure you.
Well, we're going to tie it in with something else. Are we going to talk about that now, or should we talk about that later?
I think by then we'll have it figured out,
Yeah.
so we could probably talk about it.
Well, we had talked months ago that our good friend Double J did a best of, and it's like 4.5 hours long. It's the first full year, best of year 1,
Season 1,
season 1.
which is the worst of the years. not trying to oversell it. And anybody could just go back on our website and listen to all those episodes, but
He picked the
you'd
best
have to listen to
clips.
52 hours.
Oh, longer than that.
It's more than that.
That's true. That's when we used to care. Those
Probably
were like
like-
2-hour episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll call it between 75 and 100 hours.
Yeah.
And
He whittled it down to 4.5.
of actual good content.
Yeah, of funny stories and scenarios and
You know, the word on the street is the season 2 best of is light years better than season 1 even.
oh yeah.
He's like,
We were getting our feet under us in season 2.
yes, absolutely.
We were just learning to crawl season 1.
You didn't even hear Ely until the very end of season 1 when he came in and he had
For a
done like
story.
he had done like a couple episodes and then he showed up for the season 1 like anniversary show.
Yeah, back when we
and that's
cared.
when he was killing it then.
Yeah.
Like he was on fire that night. And so that was cool. And then there's season 4 where Ely's gone. So that was a short-lived run, unfortunately. But I think he's coming back next week. I know
Yeah,
that.
that's
I
good.
know that. I can get him in here once every 6 weeks, I
We're-
think is about the number.
But we're back to the Venmo. We're of course taking all donations if you feel that we've done you a service. And
no,
we
what's
provided,
what's that guy's name you and Ely like so much? Damn it. Who always does the Venmo reads at the beginning talking about if you don't have money, don't do it.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about now. Sam, is it Sam?
Sam Darnold?
Sam
Sam Elliott?
No, he's the real smart dude that Ely and I listen to. I obviously I haven't listened to him in a while.
I see that. Or he didn't make much of
Yeah.
a lasting impression. But his
His podcast, he talks about if you can contribute, please do. If you can't,
don't.
don't.
And I think that's a really good disclaimer to always put.
Yes.
Like if
Yeah.
you are gonna, because he's always talking about his Patreon account.
Yeah.
And he's always like, if you can't do it, don't. He's like, but if you every day can get like a cup of coffee and you never think about it and go get a meal and it's not any skin off your back, then yeah, send in $1.
Send a couple bucks.
Yeah, but he's like, but if
throw some Sawbucks our
if
way.
you have to think about, should I buy this cup of coffee
Yeah.
or get that sandwich, he's like, don't ever do this.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Like and I totally agree with him.
Yeah.
Peterson?
It's not Jordan Peterson. It's Sam something. I cannot think of his name.
Well, either way, I don't want us to be out here like trying to hype up money or get money out of people if they don't have money.
Sam Ponder.
No, he's a football player.
We could put together a whole team of Sams. Yeah, you and I we're going nuts with them. Yeah, you really could.
But we're gonna do something with that in association with M4K to get that best of album out there.
Yeah, because I think we possess it. Now we
Yeah.
can send it to you in like a Dropbox link,
Yeah,
and then you can just download it and listen to it. So we can do that. And I think that we need to just pick a dollar amount and say, if you donate this much to M4K, then put in your comment on
Yeah.
the page, whichever one of us you donate to, and be like best of or something to that effect. And
Yeah.
we'll know you wanted the best of and then send it. We'll come up with a dollar amount as we get a little closer to M4K.
Yeah.
Because currently I have a clean-shaven face, and
I'm getting a head start.
I really like my clean-shaven face. I think I look super young.
yeah. I like my bearded face, so I'm not looking forward to the mustachioed version of myself.
No, it's going to be brutal. It's going to be brutal. But this way we can come up with the dollar amount and have members donate.
Yes.
And then instead of us making the money,
Yes.
we just send it
Goes-
in. But we could always take a lower amount that wouldn't help the children,
Yeah.
but would help us. Is there an amount that doesn't help the children? I don't think there is.
Probably not.
But since it's still October, I can be a little scummy. So we could pick a lower amount. You could just Venmo and we could send it to you. But we'll have to come. I don't know what that is yet. Do
Do you want
know?
to speak a little bit to M4K or just for listeners? Or
Well, here's
we
the
can tease it.
Here's the only thing I want to get out there about M4K. Anyone who's been a listener to this podcast for years now, 3 years running, we've been involved in M4K.
Right.
And the last 2 years, we've actually had a really good showing. It started with Ely really driving a lot of money
Yep.
and kind of being the rookie of the year that first year. And then last year, we were the team of the year, which was
Yeah.
exciting.
That was fun.
Which means we're done. We've blown our load. Like
Yeah.
they need to reach out to other people. They need to get other people hype.
Yes.
They set the hook in us. Well played.
We're locked.
But for those that are newer listeners and haven't had a chance to listen, M4K it's a real simple concept. They found something that really any schmuck could do, grow a mustache,
Yep.
and you ask for donations to grow the mustache as you slowly work your way through the month, getting creepier and creepier, looking less sexy and less sexy, unless you find a time machine and go back to the 70s or prior, in which you're actually super sexy. So, but all the money, and I mean all the money, 100% of the proceeds go to a handful of children's charities here in the Richmond area. And I don't want to speak to which ones because
They vary.
they always change, and I want to get the real guys in here like next week.
And I do remember misspeaking last week. I said something about we raised like 250. I want to say it was like 350 we raised last year.
Turns out it was over $300,000.
Yeah, it was like 380 or something.
which is it was just over. I think it was 308. Or
Oh, was that what it was?
Yeah, but I thought it was 250 also. So I
Yeah.
guess a bunch of last minute donations trickled in.
Yeah.
So I know this year we've gotten one new team member, which I'm excited about. But the push I want to give now is not for donations and all of that because
No.
we're a couple weeks out from the beginning of it. What I would like is to see if we could get new growers
Grow
on
our team.
our
Yeah,
team.
join the team.
Grow our team. Get it?
I
Get
do.
it?
I do.
Because we're
Become a
growing
grower.
mustaches.
It's adding up.
Okay.
It's starting to make sense.
Yeah, they did $308,000 last
Boom.
year.
Nailed it.
Big brain on this guy.
And every year they get more and more.
Yeah,
And I'm
just-
sure this year we're going to
We'll see.
go for way more than that.
The only way that you can get more and more every year, though, is more growers.
Growers.
It's not that I'm going to raise more money because I already tapped all those people, and they were like, ew.
Well, hopefully they'll come back because they understand it's for a good cause.
No, I'm hoping this year I come in about $800 less.
Well, you, if the listeners remember, you did it to yourself last year.
I did. Yeah. I did. I hosted a day here in the Pallet House on a football Sunday where I said, I will match every donation. What I didn't know was the plumber was coming that day, and the plumber has very high philanthropic nature to himself. He loves He loves philanthropy and he loves helping out. He also has too much discretionary money.
True.
And he also likes fucking with you.
And he loves fucking with me. In fact, let's put those in order. Fucking with me,
Brendan.
number 1.
Discretionary
money, number 2.
income.
Philanthropic nature.
Well, it's
He's coming
funny,
in
too,
third.
not just the plumber, but a lot of people had some discretionary income on that Sunday when it was tied to fucking you
Yeah,
over.
it went from M4K to Brendan's 401K. Dipping into it.
I did. That day cost me a considerable amount of money. I remember that.
Yeah,
but
you were sweating.
I'm
Holy shit.
still gonna do it again this year. I'm gonna do the double up day, but I am going to find out when the plumber's kids have a football game
Yeah.
because he's the coach, and then
That's true.
I will set it up. I will say this is the day. Anyone who donates today.
Well, I
and
did
then-
a double up, but I did it to a max, $100 max.
To match.
Yes, up to $100.
But you would have matched anybody up to $100.
No, I would match any donations until I reached $100.
Oh, you see, now there's
that's-
the clause. There's the clause I forgot because I
Yeah.
think I was matching. And you know what? I didn't give any clause. That was
yeah,
the
you
problem.
just matched.
Yeah, if somebody
'Cause
donated 50, you had to donate
The plumber
50.
came in and honestly was like $1,000.
Yeah.
And I was like, "You go fuck your mother. We are not doing $1,000."
You can't tell that to the kids.
And he ended up. I remember he ended up taking it down to $4.99 because I told him 500's excessive. He goes, "Noted, $4.99." Well done, Price is Right.
So yeah, so then that was 500. So then you had
Gone.
another 300 worth of
Come
people
in.
sticking
Yeah.
it to you.
Yeah, it was a wild day.
Yeah,
And I went from like $10 to I was a grander
yeah.
in
Yeah.
no time.
You got the pin.
Instant.
It was great. Let me tell you. And at that moment, everyone stopped receiving donations from me because the standard move is you go, "Hey man, nice mustache," throw them $10, and then they're like, "Same to you," and throw you $10.
Yeah.
And you end up doing that a bunch of times throughout the month.
Yeah,
But you're the reason. I mean, in 8 years of M4K being around, they've done $1.5 million.
it's insane.
I mean, that's beautiful.
and it's
man.
just they started out
And like
like
Brendan said,
$10,000 the first year. That was
oh
it.
yeah, it started with nothing. To hear the story, if you want to come to one of the meetings, the meetups where we drink beer and hear the story, it's an amazing story.
grow a mustache.
Yeah,
Yeah.
grow a mustache. join the
Seriously,
team.
I am looking for members to join the team.
And
Here's
it-
a little insider info too for those who've never done it. There's a meetup every week at a brewery, and you get to drink beer. I will tell you, the swag you get
Oh,
is
it's awesome.
It's good.
insane. It's worth the price of admission.
So go ahead and put it on your calendar. The kickoff is November 6th.
Yes,
And the Stash Bash is December 6th.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And they're-
kickoff is on
and
the
they got a
6th.
sweet new logo. Sorry to cut you off, but
No,
they
go
got a
ahead.
sweet new theme and logo this year. It's like a Grateful Dead looking logo. Really cool.
Honest, yeah. Oh God, sorry. I was just
gonna be
thinking about
good.
how long I'm gonna have a mustache, and I was like starting to get a little nervous. It's just brutal, dude.
It's a long month.
It is. Now, actually, no. It's the shortest month. It's so easy. You're gonna love it. People that want to join the team. I should probably not start telling you how bad it is until you've already said you'll join. But honestly, if you're like $50, whatever, $25, whatever I'm going to send, it's a lot of money. By just growing the mustache, you can not send any money
No, I think
and
it's,
turn it into like $500 because
Yeah.
people will donate to you.
I think it's a $25 entry fee. Is
What?
what the growers pay, if I remember correctly.
Well, that probably pays for all that sweet swag,
Yeah, exactly.
which is
But
dope.
you get a lot more than that. Like
You get a ton of stuff.
T-shirts, pint glasses, hats. I mean, it's
Not to
just
mention the feeling of
stickers,
doing
pins.
well.
Well, yeah, of course.
So I
Yeah.
think that's that is how I would like to start the show.
Yeah.
Is asking for growers to join the team. We would love to have you on the team. I know there's a lot of listeners out there that are already on teams. That's great.
Yeah.
Not mad at you. Stay on your team. It's exactly where you should be. You've been doing it longer than we have.
You're not worthy of this
Enjoy
team.
it.
Yeah.
No, that's not what
Nah.
I'm saying.
That's what I heard.
But Troy, I like your attitude. I still see that you're
So
a little,
as-
little drunk from last week still.
As the rookie of it last year, it was my first time, and I had an absolute blast doing it. And the updating your photos weekly and just giving people an idea that you're becoming a very scary sexual predator with
Yeah.
that mustache. No.
It is but awkward. It is but the thing that bothers me is I really am like up and down the East Coast the face of my company. And for 30 days, that face is brutal.
Can you not sell it in your meetings? Like you don't give a pitch or anything? Obviously, you can't ask.
That would
for
be the first
donations,
thing I would say.
But I would throw it out there. I'd be like, you're probably wondering what this 2-week-old stash is about. Here you go.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to do that. The problem is that oftentimes I'm brought in to do like talks
You're
in
the
front
closer,
of big
yeah.
rooms and things, and like those, it is kind of hard to tell everybody.
But you're now getting to a certain age to where you can pull off the mustache.
Fuck you, Stu. Wasn't sure how I was supposed to respond to that.
I wish the listeners could have seen your face when that came through your earphones. Your face twisted up, and you were like, "What in the hell did he just say?"
Well, I gave a genuine reaction.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure how I was supposed to word that, but
you
I
can pull it off.
tell that to my wife. She was like, "That's disgusting."
Yeah.
Is there any look you can pull off for your wife, though? Honestly,
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was called 22-year-old me. Apparently, that look, she was like, "Hey, you know who's all right? That
you're
guy."
a little bit of all right.
Yeah. And then after a couple years, she was like, "You know what's wearing a little thin? That look.
Yeah.
That look you got right there." Like, what are you talking about? I'm the same handsome man. Stu said I'm old enough for a mustache.
Go for it.
Unbelievable.
Year round.
No, Stu, it's good to have you here.
I can't
As
wait to see how
always.
gray that mustache looks this year.
It's the only part of
awesome.
my beard that's not gray. Well, eventually one day
It
it's going
will
to catch
be.
up. Yeah, but right now,
We don't know.
mustache is-
We haven't seen it yet.
that's true. I haven't seen the old fella since
Been in
last year.
hibernation.
Oh no.
What do you do?
No, after I saw it last year, I was like, well, I'll be damned. This thing is fantastic.
Go, just shoe black. Just go as black as night. Get the just for men. And
Isn't
just go,
dyeing it illegal by the rules?
I don't know.
I
But I'd
believe
say
it
we
was.
play
I don't
fast and
know.
loose with those rules.
I think at the Stash Bash, there were some that were for the costume part of it. I think somebody
Yeah.
may have doctored a few of them.
Well, maybe we need to get some clarification on that. If I can doctor it for the Stash Bash, I will. But
'Cause
if that's where it's also illegal, I'll play by the rules. I'm a rule guy.
I don't have a look when I have my stash. Like I don't have a. You look like this character.
I mean, it's going to be hard for me to not just keep being Ditka, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
We'll see.
I've been giving it a lot of thought actually lately as to what the costume should be for the Stash Bash, and there's some ideas that if we can bend the rules, I think I could pull off based on dyeing,
Let's not
you're going to
give it
die
away.
for this.
dye color,
Oh.
coloring.
I thought you were going to just
Coloring.
be a dead guy. I was like, okay.
That's
I
a
can
commitment
I mean,
wheel you around in that casket.
to the cause.
I think I can go back as Cheech if I needed to.
You were a killer Cheech.
Yeah, I just don't know if we're allowed to keep going back as the same thing. Again, I don't know the rules.
We'll have to
Next
get those
week-
guys in here.
Yeah, next week we got to get the crew on, and I'm already selling like they're coming. I just sent them an
Yeah.
email. They sent an email a week ago, and I responded tonight because I just
Yeah.
check my email so infrequently, and was like, "Yeah, man, you guys should come in next week." So I haven't even had confirmation that we're going to get the crew here, but if we do, we'll get the full scoop. So I don't want to go down the road for too long. I've already
Yeah.
pissed away 18 minutes
Yeah.
of this episode talking about something we're not even doing yet.
It's coming.
Just
Oh.
know it's a good cause. You got to get in on it.
It is coming. It's gonna be fantastic. I'm not looking forward to it. Sorry.
that's why I groaned in there.
Yeah, I just kind of like it's like All right, Stu.
Uh,
I'm gonna
up?
go to
What's
you,
up?
buddy. I'm
You
gonna
gonna
go
throw-
to you
throw it my
because
way?
I know that the people out there, men and women, have told us that they have really enjoyed a segment that we have not been able to have for a couple weeks because last week Troy convinced us to drunkenly do an episode with the Abacus in what felt like the middle of the night.
Yes.
I think it was
Late
like
night.
8:00. but Stu, the people demand
So
to know about your internet dating. I mean, it's
okay.
an exciting time. For starters, do you feel like you're there yet or no? Like you're not ready for this still?
It's still a little. I mean, internet dating is just
Still just
it's
weird.
crazy. It's weird, and I know that, I know that I'm not always up to speed on what's the latest and greatest best apps for legitimate dating, or if
Yeah,
you're just
I would
trying
have
to
no
like
idea.
get just trying to get some or whatever. But I did get.
I'd get some whatever. That sounds great. Ooh, tell me more, Stu.
What are those?
What's on the internet that I don't know about?
Shoot, man. So apparently, I
Are you
wasn't-
into whatever?
That's the opening line. There you go. See you in 20 minutes.
Yes. Your profile. Hi, I'm Stu. Down for whatever.
Whatever.
Pick me up
So
some of that
it's
whatever.
it's been a couple episodes since I actually was on here to talk about anything.
Since we've had an update,
Yeah.
it's been
So
strange.
nothing too spectacular, but I can tell you that I did have a dating app glitch where the odds of having two.
Wrong app.
No, I was on the yeah.
He's like,
Same
uh-oh.
app, same app. There was a lady, liked her. She
Ooh.
she had a name, and her.
This all adds up, Stu. You're doing
Yeah,
great.
well, I'm deciding whether I should throw the names out there.
Just come up with a different name.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what name you pick.
Okay, we'll just say Barbara.
All right.
You could have picked any number of sexy
Right,
names.
because there's nothing. There's
But
nothing.
Her name was Blanche.
We're gonna go with Martha. Well, thanks a lot, Stu. Way to sexy it
So-
up. Could we change the name from Barbara?
Sure.
I can't get
Let's-
behind Barbara. Get it?
Let's.
I see what you did there.
All right, let's just go with Leslie.
All right.
I was gonna go with Candy,
Candy.
Okay, but-
Candace.
but Leslie sounds. That's right in between. That's a
Yeah.
nice name. Okay, you can't go wrong with that. I'll use that.
So, said Leslie, nice looking lady. I hit her up and went for it, and sure enough.
Okay, hold on. So
was-
she liked you first?
No, I liked her first. Hit the button, said, "Hey, what you up to?" Send a little note.
Nice.
She
And
respon-
what's your opening line? You got to send off a message, right? Do you
Yeah.
have a canned opening line?
No,
Is it
I
just
don't. I'm-
Sup.
I'm just a little old school with hey, what's going on? How
New
you doing?
phone,
What's
who
new?
dis?
I noticed this about your picture. How long? How long? you
Okay,
been
so
doing
you
it?
take
it's
the
just-
time. You take the time to actually say,
Yeah, I took the
I
time
like
to actually
that you
make
have a
a
Fiata.
two
This is cool.
two sentences, short and sweet.
Well, because
in and
most of
out.
the scumbags I know will literally always just say sup. And like they'll send sup or what up
Yeah.
or hey.
Yeah.
And they'll send it to 50 women in a night. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, wait for someone to come back. So I like that you're already differentiating yourself from the crowd.
I'm not trying to do a war of attrition where I'm just like, right.
Yeah.
No,
No, but so I respect that you
Yeah.
you actually took the time to write something, even if it's only 2 sentences.
Yeah.
The bar is so low right now with guys out there just hey, sup.
Yeah.
That's good. So right there, I think women should already recognize that you are trying harder.
I'm giving it a shot. I'm giving it the full college try. So, what are the odds, though? I don't know how to work this app. Pretty good.
100%.
Yeah. So Leslie likes Leslie.
100%.
Leslie sends me back a message. We chat for a second. I tell her, "Hey, you know what? I'm all about chatting, but I'd rather just meet in 20 minutes. We can figure this whole thing out. Be done. Coffee, drinks, whatever. Throw the shit out the window. Let's just meet." Didn't hear from her for a while. She didn't respond right away.
You dog.
So
Let's meet.
another. What are the odds? Another Leslie sends me a message
Uh-oh.
that says, and I didn't really pay attention to it. It says, "Hey,"
I think I see where this is going.
and so I ended up going, "Hey, back." There's these two Leslies. They're in the same.
Great to hear from
thing,
you.
Whatever.
The tale
And
of
then
two
all of a
Leslies.
sudden, the second Leslie, I was like, I knew from her picture. I was like, oh no, not really too interested.
Not feeling it.
Not feeling it. So
Okay, so you were actively chatting with just 2 girls with the same name.
yeah, like for 2 seconds, and all of a sudden,
Gotcha.
I get a message back from one that says, "I'm right around the corner. Let's just meet up."
And you're
and
like,
go
this
for drinks.
goes right in
And I'm
line
like,
with
yeah.
great. I'm going to go meet this tall, good-looking lady.
smoking hot Leslie.
I responded to the wrong Leslie.
Oh.
So I'm outside.
Nice.
I'm outside of said restaurant waiting.
Leslie Nielsen.
And she pulls
Hello.
up and don't even recognize her. And she walks
Don't
up.
call
She's
me
like,
Shirley.
"Hey, Stu." And I'm like,
and you're like,
and immediately I
Does
knew
it hit you then?
exactly what had happened. And now
Oh,
I'm sitting here
no.
with 45 minutes of.
oh,
wait,
you
hold on.
like had to sit through it, huh?
I wasn't.
What
gonna,
is the celebrity that first Leslie, proper Leslie, most resembled?
Well, tall, redhead,
Nicole Kidman?
little older, maybe more in the. Yeah, maybe Nicole.
Okay.
Not quite as.
So we're going to go with Nicole Kidman
Okay.
and Leslie.
and Tammy Faye Baker.
You!
Ooh.
No, not Tammy Faye Baker, but
This is going great.
I
so
was
it
gonna
was
say, that's
definitely
her.
Hallelujah. Holy shit.
Backing into the
Where's the
bushes.
Tylenol?
Yeah, exactly.
no. This was more of a. So I learned very quickly from this mistake that the Leslie that was number 2 that I wasn't really interested
Tammy
in,
Faye.
had only a headshot profile.
Leslie Faye.
Like her
By design.
her one picture was just her headshot, and it was kind of nice
It was like a glamour shot.
with sunglasses.
Because I'm picturing,
yeah.
I'm picturing a glamour
But
shot of Tammy
it definitely
Faye
was
your-
not, it definitely was not a thing. So, but I'm like, what am I going to do here? So I ended up sitting through conversation, 45 minutes, being the nice guy. But damn, what are the odds? I mean, I mixed up two ladies
So
in
you
my first try.
So you wasted a night just sitting around at a restaurant having drinks with some lady you had 0 interest in.
Correct. And then
You know
the
what?
kicker
Did
is,
you pay the tab?
no, we split it.
Oh, you dog.
That's
The
what
worst.
you do.
No, you pay
Equality.
the tab.
No, if you know
Equality.
it's not going to work, you don't pay the tab. You split it.
You pay the tab.
Well, the
There you
crazy
go.
part is I ended up. This is date number 3 for me,
Killing
and
it.
I finally went out with the Leslie.
Oh, you
Oh,
finally.
you got
Yeah.
Leslie Kidman.
Yeah,
Okay.
went out with her, met her for drinks, had a great time, thought it was going cool,
And she's like,
and then the next day I get a text message from her and says, "Really think we're not a fit. It was great meeting you. Have fun." I was like, "All right." That's how this whole thing
I
goes.
don't even know how to phrase my feelings right now.
So I have I don't know. I'd rather just meet somebody at a bar.
Yeah.
Keep it on the even plane. Have you guys introduce me to somebody, because I now think that before dating apps, you would never. Your friend would say,
well, you never accidentally go out with Leslie Baker.
Yeah.
right. But you'd say, okay, Brendan, you'd say, oh, I got somebody you want to meet. I probably hook you up with him, and you're like,
Yeah.
I don't trust Brendan's style in women.
What? No,
I
she's
mean,
got a great personality.
I don't know if my friends to hook me up with anybody, and then the dating apps come along, and you're like, oh yeah, I can do this, and then now it's just kind of whitewashed everything, and so now I'd actually take my friends' opinions of a lady over what is happening on these websites.
How is this shocking? You should clearly take your friend's opinion. Why?
I don't know.
What's the point? Is the point of the dating app? Because I see where you can
'Cause there's
instantly
demand.
tell
Supply
the
and
attraction, right? Because that's
I mean,
a lot of it is attraction.
Of
And
course.
and secondly, I guess you can
Here's-
find out if people are looking for a relationship or looking for fun.
It
Yeah.
really narrows it down to the
Here
real base
is-
of it that no one wanted to talk about. Because everyone was always like, no, I like her. She's really smart. Or, oh,
Yeah.
she's a really sweet girl. And I figured I'll go out with her. And now it really cuts to the root of it, right? We're all like,
right.
attractive, not attractive, attractive,
But
not
as we
So-
learned from Stu's hijinks, pictures don't always
No,
speak the truth.
they don't.
No.
But here's the thing. This is what I'm just taking in. The online apps give you everything all at once. You talk to somebody, you have chats, and you get to a point to where, all right, we're going to meet. And that's kind of like the live interaction is the last thing. You already know as much
Yeah.
as you know. and
Whereas
you're
it
gonna-
used to be the first thing.
Right, it was the other way around.
Yeah.
You'd interrupt a girl at a bar and say, "Hey, what you up to?"
Well,
it's
that's
like,
when
I
you
like
learn,
how Stu hits it. You interrupt someone at
Yeah,
a
yeah.
bar.
Hey,
That's
how you
literally
doing?
what he went to for how it works.
He's not wrong.
"What are you doing?" She's there talking
Well,
with
and
her
that's
friends at
when
a
you
bar.
learn,
and you walk
that's,
in.
and that's when you get all the good or bad vibes. When you're saying, "Hey, where'd you grow up? How old are you? What school did you go to?" That's when you're getting all the interaction. So then you walk. It's got to be weird when you walk into a bar. You know who the person is. You know most of the things you want to talk about. So then, what are you going to talk about?
Well, the only thing I have been doing, which is not a lot, which has been 3 times now, is I make sure I meet them outside the bar. I just stand outside and wait. So at least we walk in together and we don't look like complete fucking strangers. that
Yeah.
are, oh, who are you? Let's sit at this bar and have drinks.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it just takes the immediacy is crazy.
What do you talk about when you already know so much about them?
Yeah, you've already said sup.
Yeah.
So that's what happens. Some of these, they'll get, they'll tell you everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's intense sometimes. And then other times you meet somebody and it hit you. I mean, I guess you'd hit it off and you go from there.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
but
all
yeah,
weird.
It's and there's 1,000 dating sites.
Yeah, that's weird too.
Yeah, man, it's fantastic.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, that dang old internet, man, you just go on there and point and click, 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 click. It's real easy, man.
Boomhauer gets it.
He does. Boomhauer
Yeah.
probably slays on that
Oh,
shit.
you know it.
Because when he types, he doesn't sound like a moron.
He ain't Quagmire.
No, thank God. Stu kind of looks like Quagmire, am I right?
Giggity.
Like,
He's learning.
that is,
That's just wrong.
I'm starting to, I kind of like this new Stu. Internet Stu
What was
is
it you said? What was
Quagmire.
that you said earlier?
Fuck you?
Yeah, fuck you.
I did not see where that was going. I was like, what's he talking about?
I was
What
like,
were you talking about earlier?
It's like, I have a funny feeling I know where this is going. Well played, Captain.
Well, keep
no,
at it.
I'm-
Keep at it.
You got every week, man. Every week, you got to at least go on one.
Go on. Okay. So that's what I'll talk about. Say, look, we're just out here for this date, so I have something to talk about on my
Stu's
podcast.
Love Corner.
Yeah, are they
Stu's
ever
Love Connection.
are they ever impressed when you say I'm on a podcast?
Oh, no, I don't tell anybody I'm on a podcast. That's
Thank
the
you.
last thing I need.
Hold on, Brendan, what did you say to Stu earlier?
Fuck you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
So Stu officially just got dropped into the corner or the bucket of all of our listeners.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't tell anyone about that. No.
Why would I have to talk about you guys?
That's my dirty little secret. I just sit in
Yeah.
my closet.
So
and
I'm just not
listen.
going to date any of our listeners.
You're
Good
in
luck.
luck. Yeah. There are very few female listeners. Actually, that's not entirely true.
That's not
there's a
entirely
few.
There
true.
is a handful of female listeners out
And
there.
they're loyal and they interact with us, and I appreciate that.
And I would tell
lot of them are
any
married.
of them, stay away from Stu.
Obviously, right?
We respect you girls,
Yes.
but you're
Yeah.
friends. If you could let them know that Stu's on Grinder, he could just find you.
That's a double fuck you.
Hey, I don't know what you're into.
Yeah, I don't know. What's your choice? Is Fish of the Sea or
Are
something?
you gay?
So not today.
You can't knock it unless you tried it.
Not since the 90s. And then I was not straight. No one ever mistook me.
Oh man. Yeah. So if the dating world is just it's very interesting. It's a complete 180 from what I was used to 20 years ago.
Yeah, it's
but it
changed a lot.
But it sounds like it's all right. It sounds awesome to me. Like it sounds like it's different and exciting in its own way.
I mean, it is super easy to get okay, I can imagine if you really wanted to, you get on the site right now, and if you just want to hang out with somebody, you could do it right now. You say, hey, if you got a connection or somebody likes you, go one way or the other, and you can get out there and you don't have to work for it. That's the other thing.
Have you tried Chatterbait yet? Legitimate question. What's everyone laughing about?
No.
Have you tried it yet? You should put that app on your phone.
That's okay.
Ex-wife's gonna be fucking psyched to see that one. Are you familiar with Chatterbait?
No, I am not.
Oh, okay. So
I can't speak to it.
well, you can chat.
Well, I can tell you I did do a site, did the full profile, did the whole thing, and they send back your top 10 matches.
Well, that sounds like a very scientific way to go about this. So they look through their algorithm. They find all of the people that have all the same salient points, I guess, and say okay. And
Yeah.
they say okay.
Well, and then it messes with you because number 3 is my ex.
Again.
So I get these 10 options.
Hold on. So of the 10,
Actually, she was number 2, not 3.
number
Oh,
2
number
came
2.
back.
Which is okay.
Dude,
It's all good.
okay, so that
Did
actually
you hit her up?
Actually, you did tell her, right?
I did take a screenshot and we laughed about it.
I was about to say you have to call her on that
it
one.
was
But then doesn't that actually show you that they don't know shit?
No, I think it goes the opposite way. I think it shows you that this thing is pretty damn close.
I would say Stu has his own scientific experiment that says number 2 isn't the number 2.
Yeah, but I have a scientific experiment that says
It-
2 will last for a long time,
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
and produce
So here's
genuine love.
here's
Now,
the-
here's the watch out with that though. you gotta holler at number one, right? 'Cause that means you were this close to getting it right. There's only one better.
Yeah.
I would reach out to number one and be like, "This is gonna sound crazy,
Yeah.
but number two
Funny
is
story.
my ex,
You've
so I gotta believe that you're the only one for me."
Yeah.
you've achieved the pinnacle.
It's a perfect line.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd use it, but yeah, it sounds good.
What are you talking about?
What's the worst that could happen? You don't go on a date with her?
Yeah.
Okay, you're not already not going on a
But
date
what
with
I was
her.
going to say is, I know they work because if you take the time to truly, and like probably fill it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Which I
I
did.
think that's
So, yeah.
mind-blowing that you got matched at number two.
Yeah, it was interesting.
You got to go find number one.
Uh,
She's your soulmate. Your other one was just your mate.
I guess.
This is exciting news. Now I want to do it and see if my wife should. Well, actually, if she shows up, that means she's on the site. And that's a
Yeah,
problem.
then you have a
That's
whole
yeah.
nother issue.
Okay, yeah. You know what? There's no way for me to do
Good
this.
news, honey. We matched. Bad news.
Bad news.
What the fuck are you doing on that?
Can we talk for a second?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a song.
Can
That-
we talk by Jodeci?
No. That's
a
the
dope ass
Escape the Pina Colada song.
Oh yeah,
That's the whole
he
premise
Puts the,
of the
he
song.
puts the ad in the newspaper, and
No,
his,
he saw the ad.
he saw, yeah, it's the other way around.
So he responded to the ad. Then he meets up with the girl from the ad. Oh,
And
by the
it's-
way, it's his girlfriend.
Yeah, it's his
Or his wife.
ex-wife. It's his wife. He
What
put the-
song is this?
If
If you like pina coladas,
Yeah, okay, that's the song I thought it was.
Yeah.
That song is
that
about
song is about
meeting your own girl.
She puts an ad in the paper.
he
He
sees
responds
it
to
and
it, sees
responds
it,
to it.
goes to the date, and it's her.
He walks into the place. He goes, "It's my old lady, my lovely lady." And
So if
then
you
they-
like pina coladas and taking walks in the rain,
and they laughed at it. They both laughed at it in the song. They're like, "We both were going to cheat on each other."
well, I would like the country version of that song far better. You know? You could have heard a pin drop when Tommy turned and closed the door, locked the door. You know?
Yeah, I don't. Do they even have personals in the newspaper anymore?
They
Do
have
they have
on
newspapers?
Craigslist. They have them on Craigslist, and they're fantastic. Missed
I thought,
connections.
is
I thought
Craigslist still do
got-
all that?
I thought they stopped Craigslist.
No, that's Backpage. You, whoa.
No, what do you? What?
I think Stu's right. I think they stopped
Yeah.
Craigslist, like the hookup part of
Yeah,
it.
it's gone.
No.
No, there's
I
no
don't
more.
know.
no.
I'll take your word for it.
I
So
think
you
it's
can
the
still
other.
hook up on?
It's the other way around.
No.
They canceled.
No,
Craigslist.
Backpage got shut down because it clearly was
You
helping.
can still buy cars and furniture on Craigslist, but I don't think they.
Well,
the-
look up Craigslist misconnections. Stu, your cookies won't mind. You just let your computer do that.
What
Let's
am I
let-
doing over here?
We're going to open up a deli.
This is.
Oh, my God. Look at the name of that brewery. Look on this side.
What is it?
Pleasure House
Pleasure
Brewery.
House Brewing
Yeah.
on Shore Drive in Virginia Beach.
That
This
is a fantastic name.
Shark Tears Goza.
That's where the owner of the Patriots was busted.
Pleasure House. This is sea salt, rhubarb, coriander, and bright tartness.
Yeah, just a FYI, there's no personal sections anymore at
It's
Craigslist.
gone.
It's gone. That was like a year or two ago.
Well, I'm a little out of the game.
Yeah,
I should have trusted
remember-
you immediately.
just remember reading that.
Watch out.
Oh, Frozen.
They're exploding
Okay,
over
they're
here.
getting- look at that.
So,
Is that going to taste good?
make
Maybe
a mess.
Boom.
I've officially had my first sip of the beer. Came in
was-
at 50 miles an hour.
That was impressive. Oh, thanks you, Troy.
Oh,
Mine's clean.
Gosh, that was
That was.
brutal.
brutal.
Unexpected. The Pleasure House beer,
Or they must have got
highly carbonated, would be my first review. Mostly tastes like foam and embarrassment.
All right.
Good.
Looks good.
So it says, let's see if I can read this. Being right on the Chesapeake Bay has a lot of perks. The usual sun, fun, and good people. A less obvious plus are all the boat pilots who come and enjoy our beer. How does that help? In this case, it means they bring us gallons of seawater that Tim boils down to get authentic bay salt for our tart, briny, herbal goza. Why call it shark tears? Where do you think all the salt comes from? As for why the sharks are crying, they are competing theories. We think they're sad that they can't get freaking lasers on their heads.
I get that. That makes sense, actually.
It's pretty good. So yeah, from
Oh, so
the
Stu's in. The marketing's fantastic.
all I think of is
Got a
we're going
cool
to need.
shark on it.
Yeah, all
It
of it,
does.
when I see that
With lasers.
with lasers, But
Oh, it does have lasers.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the green. They got green lines all over the label. But when I first see this, I just think we're going to need a bigger boat.
Drink it quick. Drink it. It's coming,
There
Troy.
it goes.
Oh,
Coming slow. He got a good one.
how come yours is okay?
I don't know.
Seriously,
I took these two and then that one, I guess.
it's 50 miles an
This
hour
is
straight into the back of my truck.
4.6. 4.6.
Yeah, and it's the
All right, so this is Pleasure House Brewing, Shark Tears. Got to give a shout out to the Abacus. He brought this last week, so today I did not have to go by a deli.
it's
which
good stuff.
is
See how you can
fantastic.
help people?
That's fantastic. That's 2 weeks in a row the Abacus has provided. That dude can do no wrong unless it comes to numbers
Counting.
and trying to count or just keep track of simple slips of paper. In fact,
he's awful.
he's a complicated individual because he's not very good at certain
But we
things.
still love him.
Yes, he's a good listener. He's a good guy. So I'm all right. I'm going to enjoy this Shark Tears. I'm excited to
He's
not
single,
have
Stu.
Yes. There you
Speaking
go.
of good guys. All right, so I got to try this.
Number 3, according to Stu's app. Still think you
hit
should
the
go
wrong
with-
button.
You can tell this is. You can smell this. Is
A Goza.
yeah. You can tell the Goza. It's
Yeah.
got that
Ooh,
sour.
it's sour. Yeah.
Yeah,
tart.
I mean, if you're your first sip of a Goza, you cannot pass any judgment. You need to get a couple sips in, and then you can start
Yeah.
figuring it out. Because the first time you switch over to a Goza, it changes everything in your face.
This is interesting. I really
That bitch has no hops in it. 7 IBU. It
Yeah.
says.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the other ones. They're all 25, 35.
I want to like this, being that's local.
Well, keep drinking it. It's
I'm-
your first sip of the
I'm
Goza.
quite impressed that they actually boiled down Virginia Beach seawater to get the salt. That's a process, I would think.
Well, and it's really easy to get the needles out when you go through that process.
Yeah. I thought they cleaned up the beach.
That's how they do it.
They're doing it one
right.
bucket at a
Yeah.
time and then
One
putting
beer.
it in the beer.
Yeah.
One beer at a time.
Is that notes of hepatitis? It's really good. It's really much better than I expected. Huh.
We love Virginia Beach.
Hepatitis SEA.
Oh, nice. Nice. They didn't think of that one.
You can use that.
Yeah. Actually, no, that's already Jersey's favorite beer.
Yeah.
I think somebody has a house named that. You know how they name all their beach houses?
Hepatitis C.
You got to name the Jersey Shore house that, right? Just as a joke.
Honestly,
Hepatitis by the sea.
I would. I really would. If I had a Jersey Shore house, I would get it just to do that and then put it on VRBO. Be
Yeah.
like, please rent Hepatitis C.
No, by the sea.
You're gonna love
Hepatitis by the sea. You got to put a name in there, right?
Well,
That messes it up,
It's
though.
SEA.
S-E-A.
It's Hepatitis
Oh, yeah,
C.
here you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good stuff.
he just got it.
Sorry.
Takes him a minute.
The sour beers just
It'll
interesting.
mess you up.
And I like sour
Uh-oh.
beers. Uh-oh. Sneezing
That's
from all the...
that's the salt water.
Well, the hepatitis sets in quick. I'm gonna give it that. My God.
Flash forward a week. Brendan's not going to be here this week.
Yeah.
What'd you guys What'd you guys share last week?
It'll be Ely out here on his
Yeah.
own. He's like, I didn't like it, and I'm glad. Yep. Yeah, this thing is.
It's not getting less tart. Not to me.
I think it's
Mine is a little. I keep going back. Let me see.
It's tarty. It's like a sweet tart.
I almost hit you back there.
It's like sucking on a lemon.
It is.
Which prevents scurvy while we're talking about seaborne illnesses.
No, but I was just joking with myself, like thinking that that's the Jaws. I need a bigger boat.
That's exactly right.
the label.
Stu, while we're telling pirate jokes, I'm going to go with Stu because I'm pretty sure Troy knows it. Stu will probably get it too. What's a pirate's favorite letter in the alphabet?
R.
Ah, you would think, but it's the C,
C,
they love. Don't step
I
on
know
the
that one.
punchline, you jack.
I know that one.
See, it was set up by the hepatitis C. See, you get it.
Did you hear about the pirate that walked into a bar with a steering wheel in his pants? And the bartender says, "Hey man, you got a ship steering wheel in your pants." He's like, "Yeah, and it's driving me nuts."
pretty good.
Dad jokes. All right, let's review
what do you
this
think?
beer.
This has gotten off the track real quick.
Pirate walks into a bar. He's got a parrot on his shoulder.
Yeah.
And the
Of course.
bartender says, "Hey, man, where'd you get that?" Parrot goes, "The Caribbean."
Oh, these are all downloadable.
I said the parrot says the Caribbean, right? Yeah. Good.
Yeah,
I was
you
like, I
didn't-
didn't
yeah.
fuck that up, did I? Yeah. Oh shit. So
Okay.
if you guys want to review this. It's the worst review ever. Last week we did one. The brewery was so happy with it. They
Yeah.
were tweeting our episode
Yeah.
out and everything for the emergency beer. Now this week we're telling
Do we have
fucking
any more of those?
pirate jokes.
Yeah, there's a couple.
There's one left.
Oh.
They started
it's
going.
the emergency.
And
beer.
I know where it is. I think.
It's in the cooler.
No, I
No?
put one in the cooler for other people to find. The other one I crammed way up my anus, so don't go looking for it. It's an emergency beer, and I'll keep it where I want for an emergency.
Where only 6 to 10 other people might find it.
Yeah, you just gotta hope you're in an emergency where you can still get to your anus. You know,
Oh,
which limits the emergencies because
Yeah.
80% of emergencies you have clear access to your anus,
Yeah.
but it's the 20% that I'm most worried about.
And a lot of emergencies involve your anus.
Well, ever since I put the beer in there,
At least on the TV shows.
yeah, the likelihood of I'm going to get septic shock if I have to keep it up there more than a couple months.
Yeah.
oh.
All right, who wants to
Wow.
review this first?
Sorry, man. I don't know this beer.
The jokes. Okay, let's review the jokes.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Yes. Yes,
I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
you killed a man, Brick.
I'm enjoying the soundboard tonight. I don't know why.
It's good stuff.
Some nights you grab it, some nights you don't.
All right, Stu, go ahead and give us your review. Start with the label.
Exactly. I was going to make the same joke. Well done, Troy.
Damn. I'm just here for your entertainment. Actually, it's one of the better marketing labels. I would say colors, everything looks
I
good.
agree.
The shark is good.
It's cool looking. Great name.
Yeah. I mean, shark tears. I'm just gonna say I don't really like sour beers in the first place. So right off the bat, it's a 2.5 for me.
Swing and a miss.
You want to go next, or you want me to go next?
I can go. Hold on. Give me 1 second here.
So sorry, just not my
I like it.
cup of tea.
It's for a Goza. I actually think it's not too sour. Lately, all the Gozas I'm getting, they're mixing with flowers and
Yeah.
fruits, and they're all starting to take on this like other vibe where
Yeah.
it's more of a fruity thing instead of just being the Goza that it is.
Mhm.
And in order to get a Goza to not be ass puckering.
Well, and it
Tart.
says it has like coriander and rhurba, but I don't taste any of that in it.
Oh, so they tried to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
fruitiness comes from chopped rhubarb seeped in wort to make it more tart.
But I don't taste
doesn't
I don't
rhubarb-
taste the flour.
Doesn't
in the-
rhubarb suck?
Yeah, rhubarb's awful.
So
not-
there,
yeah.
you
It's a
can
root, right?
yeah, you can boil it all you want. It's not.
It's not going to do anything.
But coriander's like pretty floury.
Yeah, but I'm not tasting any
I'm not
of that.
tasting that either.
It's like it's not like elderflower or
Yeah.
some shit. So
hibiscus.
I enjoy. I have hibiscus goes in there.
Yeah.
actually. So
That's
I
popular.
enjoy the amount of tartness. So if you like a Goza, I think it's a really good example. But what I like about this the most is the salt.
Yeah.
I can honestly taste it on my lips
I can taste
when I'm
it.
done drinking it. Like I lick my lips and they're salty. So I really enjoy that. It's kind of like when Stu kissed that Leslie Baker, and she'd been all sweaty.
And she had the tears.
She was crying. I had to leave her.
That's what Tammy Faye Baker does.
Yeah, she
See,
cries.
Everyone gets the
Makeup
jokes.
running out her face.
I like it. I like it. So I like the salt on my lips. I think that's actually kind of cool because they use salt to cut the overarching sour in
Yeah.
it. So because it's a Goza and that's not my absolute favorite style of beer, I can't give it but so much. But there's no doubt that it's at least a 3.5
Wow.
to me. Yeah, it's a good beer. I really like it. And for Goza lovers, I would absolutely recommend it.
Yes.
That's good.
I don't like it as much as you do. The more I drink, though, the less sour it's getting. So
That's how they
my
do.
palate's kind of adapting. And I do appreciate the two things you brought up. The lack of weird, funky, fruity notes. It's just
Orange
it's,
rind.
Yeah. It's sour tasting.
Yeah.
And it's salty, which you don't taste a lot of salt in a lot of these beers, and I do appreciate the salt flavor in this.
That's my favorite part of it is the actual
I would
shark
give it a
tier.
3.
Well, that's strong.
Yeah.
So
It's not enough to ring the bell, unfortunately.
No. But
Right.
I would drink more of these, and I wouldn't turn it away. And if you like
so it's a
Goses-
Leslie Kidman.
Exactly.
yeah. You
And
like
if you
it,
like
but
Brendan
it doesn't
said-
like you.
It doesn't agree with my stomach, but I enjoy it.
And like Brendan said, if you like Goses, you'd probably like this.
Mm-hmm.
And who doesn't like locally crafted beers? That's super popular.
Yeah, this is tasty. All you Goza fans out there, if you find yourself in Virginia Beach,
Pleasure
check
House
it out.
Brewing.
Got to check
Shark
out Pleasure
Tears.
House.
what a great name for
Yeah.
a brewery, Pleasure House.
But they got
It's fantastic.
about 12,
Damnation
I
Hut.
think I know where
they
they
got
are.
12 different beers on tap right now. Looks pretty good.
What else they got?
They
Stu?
got a red ale, an English bitter, sour goza, which we're having. They got last beer here, pale ale, House of Pleasures, hard seltzers with passion fruit.
Ooh, everyone's making those hard seltzers
Yep.
now. I love it.
They got Tricks, which is a pumpkin yam beer. Holy moly.
Gross.
Yeah. Urban Oyster Stout Nitro.
Bourbon Oyster Stout Nitro.
No, sorry,
No.
Urbana.
Urban.
Urbana.
Oh, Urbana.
Oh.
So I read it too fast. Urban
is a
Oyster, Urbana Oyster
big
Stout.
difference.
Nitro, yeah, not Urban. Yeah, but they got a
I saw online today there is a peanut butter whiskey.
Porter. Oh, peanut butter whiskey.
Yes.
I am not familiar with
I
this.
saw our buddy Chad Dukes post about it.
This is an actual whiskey.
Whiskey.
So it's
Wow.
not some beer done in a whiskey barrel. It's
Yes.
whiskey
Yes.
with peanut butter.
Yes. Well, I didn't read the article. I saw he put it on Facebook, and his one-word thing was "nope." And if you know who Chad Dukes is,
Yeah.
you would fully appreciate that. I kind of want to try it.
You and your dog can get hammered.
Just keep licking. Just keep licking.
Oh, Stu, no, I was putting it in the bowl. What the fuck? No wonder Leslie didn't call you back.
You've never done that to your dog?
What are you talking about?
Cut the mics.
Oh, you're talking about just giving him some peanut, butter and it gets on the roof of his mouth.
Yeah, you just keep licking.
Okay, because there's old jokes.
Yeah,
Never
you guys
mind.
went somewhere else with that.
Stu.
Where'd you get that dog? The Caribbean. Or damn it, the pirate. I keep screwing this up. Where'd
Was
you
it
get him?
was it Screwball peanut butter whiskey?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Screwball
looking at it
peanut
right
butter
now.
whiskey. What's it say about it? Because I didn't even read the article.
Let's see here. It's delightful. Screwball. Let's see. Here.
Well, of course they're going to
Description.
say
Yeah,
how
hang
awesome it is.
on. Noodle House in Ocean. Let's see. Oh wait. Damn it. It's brewed in California, Ocean Beach, California.
Oh, Cali?
Yeah.
That sounds like something they do out there.
Born in Ocean Beach, Screwball peanut butter whiskey. Story is unique. It's
I like how you
special.
turn away from the mic and mumble. That's really good for the show.
Yeah. So
Killing it.
he's putting.
I
on a-
should have given him to him pre-show. I did spring
Yeah.
that one on.
You did. But who knew we were going to end up there?
Yeah.
But you could get drunk with your dog. That's all I'm saying. Speaking of dogs,
Oh yeah.
I have a dog for sale. It's a very good deal. It's whatever cost someone wants to
Oh,
Venmo
you're getting
us.
rid of it now?
Just Venmo me a dollar amount over inside the pallet house. Just send us something. Actually, this could be a big moneymaker for us because this dog knows tricks. I'm very excited about the tricks it can do. It learned a new trick this week.
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
This is my favorite trick. This is such a good trick. So, Stu,
The birthday.
ever the nice gentleman, and I do respect you for this, Stu, and I thank you so much. I let it be known that I truly, truly do appreciate your gift. Enough to kill a dog. No, just kidding. I don't. No, the dog's. But he's got a new trick he just learned. So Stu was nice enough to present to me a Tom Waddle jersey. Now, I think we
Explain.
talked about this last week or no?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. So Tom Waddle, to any real Bears fan out there, they will know Tom Waddle as probably the single greatest possession receiver we ever had. And unfortunately, in our absolute darkest days, like
Yeah.
the Bears were bad. We had Harbaugh as a quarterback who was not as good as Jim McMahon, who's not very good. And Harbaugh was our quarterback in the early 90s.
Yep.
Wasn't very good, but this one guy, Tom Waddle, super slow, super bad at running routes.
He
but
played 5 years.
6 years.
6 years.
Couldn't miss a ball, though. Like, if the ball was anywhere near him, he'd go up and get it. Big, slow, lumbering dummy. Could catch anything. Was great. The dude was famous for getting knocked the fuck out.
So he only played 6 years for the Bears or 6 years total?
Period.
No, period for the Bears the whole time.
Oh, wow.
And it might be due to the fact that he owns the record for the most usage of smelling salts.
Literally.
Oh, he got lit up
Yeah.
all the time.
There's one clip on YouTube where you can actually find, and there's a stat like during Monday Night Football, and it's talking about record for smelling salts, and you see Waddle sitting there snorting smelling salts on
three
the
times in a
sideline.
game.
Yeah, they were like,
Wow.
he's tied the record, folks. That's 3 times he's had to be revived
don't
with
even-
smelling salts, and he
Whoa.
just keeps on playing.
This is before CTE.
Yeah. you
Oh no,
think-
CTE existed.
CTE was still a thing.
It was before they acknowledged CTE. There's a big difference. People
They're
been getting,
still not really acknowledging it.
Yeah, people been getting conked in the head and turning into pudding for a long time, but Tom Waddle was the king of it, and so Stu knows that I love Tom Waddle.
Yeah.
So Stu buys me a Tom Waddle jersey, albeit a hilarious one that had to be. I know we talked about this last week because we were talking about how hard it was to get the damn jersey. Like they had to like stitch
Oh,
in
yeah,
extra
yeah.
fabric. It looks like a patchwork quilt on the
It
back.
does.
But it's fantastic. At least it's all like white, you know. So I got this beautiful Tom Waddle jersey, and I'm loving it. So I've got it folded up right here because the 4:00 game on Sunday was Stu's team against my Bears. So I knew he
Yeah,
would
you
be
had it sitting out on the ottoman yesterday, I saw.
because I wanted to wait till Stu got here, and then I was going to
And
put
after
on.
you ate,
And after I ate, I was
We're
going to
gonna
put
eat a
on
bunch
my
of chicken
my
wings.
white Tom Waddle jersey and be like, "Yeah, Stu,
Yeah.
you never thought the first day." Which you got the last laugh there because the Bears are the worst team in football, next to the Dolphins and Skins. Enjoy
and
nerds.
Bengals.
You know what? Football's stupid.
Football's awful this year.
It's a stupid sport. So
Mm.
I got my new jersey, and it's sitting right here. New jersey.
Hepatitis by the C. Hepatitis C.
Right. So I've got my new to me jersey that's sitting on the ottoman over here, and the dog comes walking in, and he's like, "Hey, is that a Tom Waddle jersey?"
Huge
Pulls it-
Waddle fan.
Pulls it off of the chair, chews on it for about a second, and goes, "Wait a minute, chewing on it's not the end game I'm looking for." Gets on top of it and just pisses all over my new white
Damn.
jersey.
Wow.
And he pisses with the most dehydrated pee I've ever seen. This dude made my whole collar just yellow. He just completely got the collar and then the little front part of the shirt. And I picked it up like, "Oh my God, you piece of shit." I had to go wash the jersey before I ever got to wear it. Now, fortunately, I was able to
Yeah, I
get
was
it
gonna
washed
say.
and dried before game time.
Because I knew it was happening, so I wore mine. I wore my Drew Brees jersey. I figured he'd have a Bears jersey on, and we watched the game.
I was quite surprised to see that all that piss came out.
Dude, you and me both, but know what? It was soaking wet. I ran it inside.
It was immediate.
Yeah.
I sprayed it with laundry stain lifter, and then did a full wash with
Yeah.
nothing else.
Well,
Like,
that's why you got the collar to pop up.
dude, maybe so. Unfortunately, this jersey Stu bought me, it's got a collar that runs up your neck like a mock turtleneck.
Yeah.
And I'll never understand.
I don't know.
I'll never understand that. I put it on. Everyone in the room starts being like, "Why is your collar popped?" I'm like, "What are you talking? These don't have a collar." I looked in the mirror. It's a mock turtleneck. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen, but only in the back.
Don't
It was
think that's
special-
an
it
official
was-
game jersey.
It was special ordered from Guatemala for you.
Look, I love the thing. I'll wear it with pride, even though it's a 0-1. It's because that's how jerseys are. You do keep a little tally in the back, and if you get to like 0-6, you're like, this jersey's gone. I can't do this.
Well, you just said he was from the era of the Bears that were
Horrible.
so.
Yeah, but all Bears jerseys are from an era where they sucked. Even Walter Payton had
Yeah.
a lot of years of just mired in mediocrity. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's just an unfortunate truth to the Bears.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dog's got new tricks. And that's why I was saying that,
He
Venmo.
pulled a trick right before the podcast too.
Literally,
Oh, yeah.
podcast about to start. Dude takes a deuce in the corner, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" I run him off, only to turn around and find out I'm standing in a puddle of piss that I didn't even know he'd done. This dog's got tricks, man. Got lots of tricks. Venmo us.
He wasn't in here
Yeah.
2 minutes.
No, just long enough to take a deuce and a leak. We're like, gotta go. Like right out there to the lawn.
Yeah.
I can go outside and sleep.
So a little bit of Venmo in the best of season 1, you'll get a dog.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. The worst part is for some reason he's growing on me and I don't understand it.
Yep.
Like he doesn't do anything right. But I'm like, but he sure is cute.
But in between the pissing and the shitting, he's super cute.
Speaking of
Yeah. Ooh, look, Hepatitis C.
tricks, what about this guy that pulled a trick from the grave?
Now you see, there's a trick that the dog could do that I'd be like, that was funny, dog.
Die first.
No, actually, see that.
Die first.
Yeah, there was a gentleman.
It's commitment to the joke if the dog did that.
I can't handle another. Just like Stu,
Yeah.
like not ready to be in the dating. I am certainly not ready to be in the dog game, but I'm even less ready.
To be in the next dog game.
Yeah, to go through that shitty. Like that poor little dog got kennel cough the other day. It was like he was like coughing all night, and I was like devastated. I was like, I don't even like you, but I want you better. Like, I got to get you so I can hate you for 14 years,
Yeah.
not just hate you for 4 days. Come on, buddy. I got him healthy. He's
Nice.
back. He's back to good. Now he can piss and shit at top speed.
Damn.
But no, there was a guy in Ireland played a pretty good trick.
Yeah, your home country.
One of them, yes.
Yeah.
He wanted to be, when they lowered him down into the grave, he wanted something to be played, like at his actual
Like Danny Boy.
burial. Yes, very much like Danny Boy. Do you have it, Stu?
Yeah, I got it, but I don't.
Can you turn it up?
I can turn it up as much as possible, and we'll see what happens.
Do you know where your speakers are on that thing?
Oh yeah, it's
Nice.
right there.
So this gentleman, have you checked to see if there's going to be an ad? Produce, Stu.
There's no ad.
$10. How much you want to say we get an ad? Then? No,
$10
no.
for
I
an
already lost $25 to you yesterday because
Yeah.
of my stupid bears.
I gave you back.
In a
He
way.
gave you back a decent amount of it.
Well, there were other things that happened that day.
Oh, okay.
Acquired money,
Okay.
like keg of beer,
Yeah.
the games,
Yeah.
the food.
Yeah. Those
But
aren't free?
I still lost money. I
Those
don't
aren't
care.
free?
The fact that $25 left my pocket and went
Yeah.
into his pocket, and the fact that the game was so out of hand that he got to put it in at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That is such a baller move because when you do it, you know you've upset the betting gods.
Yeah.
'Cause you've taken the money. And Stu looked at me with this horrible confidence, and he just took the money and put it in his pocket. And sure enough, they held on for that W, and I was like, "Well done, Stu." Because that's a
Wow.
baller move.
I knew I was doing something wrong, but it happened to go the right way.
Baller move. But this guy starts getting lowered into the grave. They put him down in there, and I mean, he was a military guy for Ireland, and you have kind of like the bagpipes going. You've got all the people crying, and then he was like, "Yeah, make sure you play this." And this is what he actually played while they were actually putting dirt on his grave. Yeah, I'd hear bagpipes coming in, which is truly good Irish
Legit.
funeral right there. And this is just some guys. This is his recording.
Hello? Hello?
He's got people crying.
Hello?
Oh my gosh.
Let me out the fucking bag in here. Who the fuck am I? Is that priest I can hear? Let me out. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Wow.
Hello?
So he was still alive?
No,
Hold on.
it's the Bluetooth speaker he put in there. But I love that you people think they're gonna get some like heartfelt, thing out of his last words, and he decides to go for the punchline. I think that's very much how I would roll. I'd go for the punchline.
That took some foresight.
Like, I'd make one of you guys pull the emergency beer out of my anus. Right there.
Shake it up and
More.
spray it all over everybody.
Yeah. Pink eye all around. Enjoy. But I love that.
Yeah.
I love that guy's attitude. Like, that is a good way. It's a morbid sense of humor, but I like that. I like a dark sense of humor.
But what if he was alive?
Well, then don't cry wolf, asshole.
Well, when they read down into the article a little bit, there's like the granddaughter was like, "Is Granddad in there?"
Oh, no. Yeah, you can't do that if kids are there.
Well, everybody's there for the funeral, so what's going to happen?
Well, don't bring kids to funerals. How about let's
Yeah.
just start there? How about send them off to Chuck E. Cheese for the afternoon and come back with red eyes from crying?
Yeah, I'm kind of,
Chuck E. Cheese is your own funeral.
especially when it's open casket and stuff, it's like, do you
It's
want,
too much.
Yeah.
Do you, at 7, do you need to see that? I don't think so.
It's too much for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, like, I can kind of cope.
Yeah. You're an adult.
Yeah. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Come at me.
I love that clip.
Come at me, dead grandpa. I'm 40.
Stoops. What's his name?
Was it Bob Stoops?
No.
No.
It was shit. It's the Oklahoma guy.
the guy with the mullet now.
He was great. I'm a man. I'm 40.
I want to say Mike Leach, but it's not Mike Leach. He's the Texas Tech guy. He's now.
Well, I did appreciate this dude's sense of humor. I think that was a well played casket
is.
joke.
Mike Gundy.
Mike Dundee. Yeah.
Gundy.
Mike Gundy.
Gundy,
there
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, Oklahoma State. He
Um,
was, yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I mean, to be able to bring some levity into that situation, like,
It's a good parting gift.
yeah,
I mean, I'm sure we've all kind of maybe thought about it. Like, what would you do to make your a little bit lighter?
Brendan wants
No,
sad eyes everywhere.
I want it to be a party, but I definitely want some sad music played.
Yeah,
But I mean, look, it should be a raucous good time.
for sure.
You know, I mean, I would far rather have a raucous good time
Yeah.
than everybody just crying all the time.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Nah, it's not good.
I wonder how many takes it took him to get that recording.
I saw
go through it, you know?
I saw the article, and they said he did it one time,
Yeah?
first take.
So I guess he did it like close to his actual.
Yeah, I think it was like a week out.
So he knew he was
Yeah,
he was checking
yeah.
out.
No, he didn't do it and then get clipped by a car. Walking that street.
Like, what are the odds? He was 27.
Yeah.
Damn. So young. But a good sense of humor on
He
him.
said he saw it coming. I don't know.
He was spot on.
I just saw some new ad or trailer for a movie where it's like supposed to be a little horror movie, but you can download this app and it tells you exactly how many hours or years or days you have left in your life. And
Oh, that's going to freak people out.
Yeah.
Is that like The Ring?
Well, wasn't that the same?
This is with the what's his
Justin Timberlake? Because Justin Timberlake did one a long time ago where you actually
it was on his
you
wrist,
saw your clock would wind
and you could
down.
buy more days.
or rob them from people.
Right,
and
right, right.
Oh,
basically
shit. I
Yeah.
don't remember that movie.
It's a Timberlake classic.
Yeah.
The
That
guy,
and Trolls.
The guy does no wrong. Hey, Trolls is fantastic.
Trolls.
Who are you fooling? That troll that farts glitter? Come on, that shit's funny.
That is
Of course, I have the sense of humor of a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm telling pirate jokes over here and laughing at farting glitter
Yeah.
trolls.
Hilarious. Funny's funny.
Funny's funny.
It's funny.
We've made an entire career on that.
Yeah.
That same sentiment.
For sure.
Don't worry, funny's funny. We're good.
Yeah.
Should be just fine.
The Venmo dollars are building up now.
I guarantee we're still at zero.
Should I even check?
The worst part's going to be when someone really does go, I sent you $50 for that dog.
It's a legitimate offer.
Yeah, we are still at zero. Weird.
No, that dog cost me $200.
Yeah, but you're still in week 6. Wait.
No, dude, I guess dogs lose value just like a car, right? You take the dog out of the mom, it just starts losing value immediately.
So yeah, because
Yeah,
next
but that minus 150, you would still be saving tons of money down the road.
Yeah, so when we first got the dog, they were like, "Hey, you get 30 days free at this like pet insurance," and I was like, "Should we do that?" And
Pet
the vet's
insurance?
like, "Look, you get 30 days free. You'd be surprised how many people leave here and then they're back 2 weeks from now." He's
Yeah.
like, "At least that one would get covered, and then you don't have to like do it." He's like, "So you may as well do it."
Yeah.
I got home and I was like, "Honey, we should probably sign up for this pet insurance," and she's like, "Nah." Like 4 days later, he's like, and he's like hacking everywhere. And I'm thinking parvo. I'm thinking the worst. And
Hepatitis C.
And I'm like, well, honey, you got that pet insurance, right? And she was like, no, I didn't sign up for that shit. I was like, son of a bitch. God. Well, we'll take it to the vet tomorrow. Pay full price.
Yeah.
First 30 days, yeah. Because they all get the same thing, like pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, I took him to the vet. He smelled other dogs. He was like, I got the black lung pop. Like, son of a bitch.
I've never had a puppy. What's that cough they get?
Just kennel cough. Oftentimes, puppies.
Like
are
when you send kids to daycare, they just get sick.
The first day of school, they get around with the kids. Yeah.
It's the exact same thing. So kennel cough is just from being around, other dogs.
Yeah.
They get it. So oftentimes, if you board them at a kennel, then they come back hacking because some other dog is highly contagious. But it's just a cough. But puppies, their immune systems are trash, so
yeah,
they catch it.
Well, they give them
easily.
like antibiotic or something.
That dude. They gave us opiates.
Holy shit!
I'm not kidding. My wife comes home. She's like, yeah, we got this. And I was like, keep that away from the kids. And I was like, and certainly don't give that 14-pound dog an opiate.
Don't put it anywhere near the ballot house.
I mean, he's already bad enough pissing on my jersey. What if he's out there hawking it and trying to get extra money for Oxy? I don't need that shit, man. That dog.
Yeah, you got the full boat. Kennel cough, tapeworm, peeing on jersees.
Come home and your TV's gone.
But exactly. The dog's like, what? I didn't do it. Like, yeah, you did. I noticed your supplies running low. No, but they gave him like a 10-day course of antibiotics, and like within a day it was gone.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think he needed anything. I think he was just tough little dog.
Kind of love how whatever they give you at the, doctor's office is like 10 days. It's like, or would it be gone in 10 days if I didn't do anything? Like,
yeah, here, try this placebo.
Yeah, for 10 days.
Everything is 10 days. And then they reduce it. It's like, oh, take 4 pills today, 3 tomorrow, 2 the next day, 1 the next day, and then you should be good. Well, just give me the shot. Give me one. Give me all of it at once. Just get rid of it or nothing.
Dude, I don't like the shot. Shot's hardcore, man. Save that for when you need it.
Yeah, I guess.
I took both my boys to get flu shots last week, and they took it like a champ. No tears, no anything. They're just like,
you getting
boom.
a flu shot this year?
I didn't a couple years ago, and I got sick, so I've been getting it.
Did you get one yet?
Not yet, but I need to.
I feel like with the amount of time I spend in planes, I'm probably a prime candidate for needing the flu shot.
Maybe. I've never gotten the flu shot.
You ever gotten the flu?
Sure.
Oh, well, okay, that's great. I was gonna say I'll just start hanging out with you during flu season, but you still catch it. So,
if vaccines work, then you shouldn't be worried about catching it.
Well, flu vaccines are really hit or miss. I mean, they just
they're shooting at it in the dark every year.
They really are. They're like, yeah, there's 4 different strains of flu in here. Hopefully, one of those is the one that you would catch.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically it. We think these are the ones.
Oh, you got the one that wasn't covered under the flu shot. That sucks to be you.
But why couldn't they? Sorry.
I usually gamble. I often look at it and go, I just go with my gut. I'll be like, not this year. They missed the mark, and then I don't get it. And then other years I'll be like, I think they're spot on. It's exactly how I bet on sports.
Yeah.
I just get a hunch, and
that's why you're filthy rich.
So last year was the first year in like 4 years that I was like, I should probably do this. And it was like the worst flu season ever. And I was like, you are so good at this, dude.
So then are you doing it this year?
So done a little bit of research. The Australian flu season has been very light. Australia's flu season is like a precursor to ours.
Right.
And this year they had a light flu season, at least thus far. So the early indications are it's not going to be that bad. I still think I might get it, though, because the planes. I get nervous.
But we're all in positions where we're around a lot of people all the time. And granted, yeah, you are in a plane, but
especially you, Tinder.
Wouldn't you just nice, nice little dig there? And it's not the app I'm using.
Where can listeners find you?
Huh? They can find me at Inside the Ballot House every Monday, recording and putting out on Thursdays.
Respect.
Check us out.
Respect.
So, but you'd think they just clean the planes better.
They don't clean shit.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Dude, I sit down and find Coke cans in the back of my... I'm like, damn it. You haven't been through here.
I mean, the safe people are the ones wearing the mask on the plane.
Yeah.
It's true, man. You see those people, and you're like, I wonder what they have. Truth is, they don't have what you have.
They don't have shit.
That's what they have.
Yeah.
They have health.
They
long
don't.
life.
They don't know you.
Yeah, and they don't care to, because they're masked up. And I don't think that's the worst idea. Honestly, it's not a good look.
You know what avoids most of those flu symptoms from the plane? First class.
No way. Cannot be true. You're still in the tin can.
I was talking to somebody about that during football yesterday. I've never flown first class, and I guess when you're making a certain amount of money, you it makes sense. But you're sitting in the same shitty tube, going the same speed, getting from point A to point B at the same time, and it's not like it costs a few extra dollars. It's like 10 times the money.
Not
like,
exactly.
It's crazy.
Spoken like a man who flies coach.
You can stay back in Gen Pop all day. I'm gonna
So
Exactly
you've
right.
flown first class.
Yes.
Dude, if the flight is a considerable distance,
Yes.
first class is totally worth it. If the flight is under,
But what's the price difference? Because I've always heard it's like obscene.
it's
like
exorbitant.
Yeah.
It's exorbitant.
So then it
but
can be worth it.
So I paid $400. I would have paid $400 coach to California. I ended up paying $850.
Okay,
for
well,
first
double
class.
doesn't
I
sound
doubled it, and it
too
was
bad.
worth the 5 hours.
because
in the
that-
tube.
So in my mind, you never even consider it.
I've heard it's always 5 to 10 times. That's what I heard.
It's not that, but it depends on the flight.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like over the Atlantic, yeah, it really is. It's insane. It's about 4 times as much. But any flight over 4 hours, you can consider it. If it's under 4 hours, you're throwing your money away. Like there's no point.
Yeah.
But they give you free drinks in first class.
Yeah.
All the drinks you want.
Yeah.
So you can really go, I could probably run up a couple
Yeah.
$100
Because
right here.
at $7 for a vodka.
$100?
At $7
Yeah, you
or
drink
$10, $7 or $10 a drink.
Yeah, you're paying $8 for a crap or a can of beer
Yeah.
An airline bottle.
Yeah.
or an airline bottle. So, if you're gonna be able to get down 10 drinks,
Okay.
you're
You
still
got a 5 hour flight.
I would say if your flight's over 5 hours, it's worth considering because you have a bigger TV, you have a TV right there, you get better food, and you get free drinks, and you have all the room in the world. So if it's just
Yeah.
you and your lady,
Yeah.
like you guys are living the dream. 4-hour flight, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But
Because the exact opposite, which I was actually really impressed with, was Allegiant to Nashville.
Uh-huh.
$100 round trip. Flew out Monday, flew back Friday. In and out is a hour and 10-minute flight.
yeah,
That-
if you
that's
can
like
get,
boom.
but that's like the cheapest of airlines. Like you pay
Yeah.
for everything you do. Don't fart. That'll be $5.
Yeah.
Like it's
There's
brutal.
no snacks, but I mean, it was a short. I mean, an hour and 20 minutes. I can
You
stand
don't
on my
need
head.
drinks. And
That's like
snacks and
Spirit
shit. Yeah.
and Allegiant and all those ones. Like you can bring a carry-on, but it has to be
A small carry.
really, really
Yeah.
small. Otherwise, you're paying from there. But like if you're doing a weekend with some buddies and it's literally just buddies, wear your jeans, wear your
Yeah.
biggest shirt, and then just cram underwear and t-shirts in there, and
Go
you're
for
good to
it.
go because you'll pay nothing and you're going to be there crammed. But for 2 hours, suck it up.
Yeah.
Well, what's funny is that the ticket was $100 for Monday to Friday. It would have been $250 for the Friday to Monday flight because you're there over the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
flights are always
awesome.
like that. Like if you
They know.
That's funny. I like that though because that plane has to come back there anyway. They're like, "Oh, give these guys $100 and we'll just
yeah.
get back because we got to pick up the 250
yeah,
schmucks."
yeah,
Yeah.
Well played.
But no, it's definitely first class is definitely worth it if it's a long flight.
If it's a long flight, because if you're going to watch more than 2 movies,
and the best thing
have
you
a couple drinks, do it.
and the best thing you can do is just dress like a complete bum. Because people look at you like, "What are you doing?"
It is always wild when you're like walking through the first class cabin and there's a bunch of like disheveled overall wearing people. You're like, how?
Yeah, exactly.
How? I can't afford this stuff. Like, what are you
Listen,
doing
I
here?
mean, I had my hat on backwards and my sweatshirt and jeans and flip flops, and there's a guy in a suit. And a lady in a-
Usually, though, when it's the guy who looks disheveled and they're sitting there in first class, I'm like, that dude has more money than any of them.
Yeah.
Because he's at the point where he doesn't even care. Like, he's given up. He's like, ha ha.
He's got fuck you money.
Yeah, I don't have to look good at all. Like, this is just me. When I pull away in my Bentley with my pit stains, you're going to be like, that dude's a baller.
So real quick, one flight we went from Richmond to Florida. the four of us, the family, and a lady freaked out because her first class seat was not a window seat. How she didn't know it wasn't a window seat, I don't know. But the stewardess came back and said, would anybody like to switch their window seat for first class? And I looked at my daughter and I said, go. So
Yes.
I sent my oldest up to the first class. And
She's
this
like,
is
I'll have a scotch. We're an international air.
yeah. So this is a 3-hour direct flight, I think it was. And so she goes up oldest goes up for the first hour and a half, and then
Except
go
now
get
you
her,
ruined
and then I send
Oh,
my
okay.
youngest up there for the second half.
Now you ruined both of them.
And we we're in the back, and I asked him, I said, how'd it go? I'm like, oh, we got breakfast, we had these, and we drank all these like fruity drinks and things like this. And I was like,
Living
oh
the
well,
dream.
we're back here having peanuts and bread and
Yeah.
water. Hope you guys did good.
And now
That's
your,
awesome.
now your
The
daughter's-
lady gave up her seat just to have a window seat in Gen Pop.
That's crazy.
That's just too much money and no
That's
sense.
really when you have.
Flying is
She didn't pay for that flight.
No, but she's not very bright.
Yeah.
Like, you don't give up a first class seat because
It doesn't have a window.
you don't give, because I don't even want to look out the window anyway. The window's exciting for takeoff and landing.
It's for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to do-
I saw a airline on Facebook the other day posted something like it gave you 4 options, like rank these. It was like direct flight, snacks,
Direct is always the
on
number one.
board, like overhead storage, and something else. And so many people were like answering different. They said pick your 2 favorite, and so many people were picking all. Window. It was window seat was one of them.
Forget that noise.
I was like, direct flight and everything else can fucking go to hell. Like,
Direct flight's all I
Yeah.
care about. You put me in the baggage compartment if I can shorten
Yeah.
this day.
Leg room.
if
I-
it's direct flight, I give up
Yeah,
leg room.
I anticipate poor leg room. I hate flying. I'll be on 4
You get
planes.
to do it all the time.
I'll be on 4 planes this week. Super psyched.
I think I saw where like one company was not going to do the windows, like have the project, like
Yeah, and
it's
they were actually
projections.
going to. Yeah, they're
Oh yeah.
going to project what's out the window.
right. So there's
So
no
it's a
you can
screen
see
inside.
whatever.
Yeah.
Choose your view. Choose your view.
Natural light's nice at times. Like, you can't fake that.
Oh, you're talking about. I thought
Open
you were
up the
talking
window.
about
I thought
beer.
it was like beer. I was like, well,
I was
Well,
like, I
natural
could
light's
go for
thanks.
a natural light.
I'm saying projecting the outside doesn't really look like looking
No.
out the window.
No,
yeah.
it's absolutely not. But that is what they're
I like-
talking about. The planes of the future will have.
Yeah.
I'd like to see my pilot drinking up front.
Natural light.
What's going on up there?
Sorry, I gotta get on a plane first thing in the morning, dude. I don't want to hear about that shit. Damn it.
Well, when they say, in case of a water landing, you have a seat cushion underneath your
Yeah.
seat. Why does the plane just become a fucking boat?
There
Get a
you
water
go.
landing.
I mean, it should float.
Should
It's
until
airtight.
you open
It's
up the
full of
door.
water.
Until you open up the door.
Oh yeah, I get it now. You're so smart still.
I know.
That makes-
it's the natural light.
That makes perfect
It's the
sense.
natural light.
Makes perfect sense. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Get ready. The mustaches are coming. We'll be talking about it starting next week. We'll probably talk about it for a month from that point forward. So I hope you're looking forward to that. If you want to reach out and send Troy money, the Audio Dreamboat could use the cash.
That's right.
Inside the Pallet House at Venmo. Or at Inside the Pallet House.
On Venmo.
Venmo. There it is. There
And
you
I
go.
will tell you all the money that if we ever get any, will go directly back to Inside the Pound House. Buying beer, upgrading,
Oh, yeah. I mean, the fact that we hadn't done this for 4 years is mind-blowing to me.
paying
Here we are.
paying for the website and all the money it costs
Hosting,
to
yeah.
host it.
Thank you guys so
Not
much
free.
for tuning in. If you haven't had a chance to Cincinnati swap your friend, your neighbor, the person you don't like, grab their phone, sign them up, give us the old 5-star review, and please do reach out to us at InsideThePalletHouse@gmail.com or at ITPH Podcast on Twitter and Instagram, or find us on the Facebook page.
And while you're on their phone, get on their Venmo and send us some coin.
Do it. Or go over to Nectar Sunglasses, drop ITPH in the coupon code, get 30% off. Pay with Venmo.
Also,
Look
go
at
check
that.
out Find Your Coast. We still rock their gear. They were a sponsor of ours. I just got a new hat from them today. They have awesome stuff. Check out their
It
gear.
was a dope looking hat.
And their shirts are the best shirts I've
They're
ever
comfy.
worn.
They're comfy.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be talking to you guys next week. Cheers.
Cheers.
Peace out.
That was a pretty good podcast, don't you think?